What's that been like for you being back out there running with starters again?
It's been amazing. I mean, there's no feeling like it. Like I said in 2017, there's no feeling like being able to play with your brothers out there. And I mean, it's a different set of brothers. There's Josh Myers, Nick, Gavin Cupp, Wyatt Davis, but I mean, I love them nonetheless, and it's amazing.
Yeah, you mentioned a lot of new guys. How much responsibility do you feel as a senior to kind of be a leader for this group?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, the future of Ohio State, I guess, depends on how I can help them. So every day, just little things like picking their mood up or technique stuff. I mean, it can range from a variety of things. Hanging out with them on the weekends, stuff like that, keeping them out of trouble.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You've been doing both some right tackle and some left tackle this spring. How challenging is that when you're kind of going back and forth?
It's definitely a process. I don't think people realize how, I guess, difficult that is to switch sides. But it's very valuable. Something that I'm going to take opportunity of and I guess get better at both so that I can add value to myself and the team.
What are the challenges of playing those two different sides that maybe people don't realize?
The footwork. It's all, I mean, especially in the pass game, it's weird, but kicking one leg back is totally different than the other, and just kind of getting comfortable with it. I wouldn't say it's hard to do physically, just mentally and everything. It's just the comfortability of it.
Obviously, you played guard last time you were playing here. Are you enjoying being back at tackle?
Yeah, absolutely. Tackle's a little more responsibility. You got to see blitzes, you got to see the field, you got to see safeties, coverage, stuff like that. But I love it. I mean, it's fun.
Is that kind of the position you envisioned yourself playing when you got here, being a tackle?
Absolutely.
Do you still have to keep fresh at guard, knowing that, like, hey, if there's an injury or something, they might need me back there too?
Yeah, I'm not worried about playing guard at all. I mean, it's just the physicality of it. But I can move my feet, especially at tackle, and I know I can flip right back down inside and do the same thing.
Right, you've done it, so you know you can do it. What's of this offensive line as a whole? What have you seen from some of these other guys that are coming along? Do you feel like you guys are building a good cohesiveness as the spring goes along?
Absolutely. I mean, I love these guys to death. And last year, I wouldn't say we were. Or I guess I would say we weren't as close as we are now. But I love these guys to death. I mean, me and Josh Myers see each other almost every day, regardless of football. So, yeah, the cohesiveness is definitely getting there.
Branden, how has Booker changed your life?
A lot more motivation, a whole different aspect of love, I guess. But yeah, it's
life-changing.
Yeah, it's the only way I don't even know how to describe it. So
it feels unimportant to ask you about football after talking about this. I'm sure you've already been asked like this 100 times, but just explain how you're feeling, how close you are to 100% and all that.
I feel great. I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm the strongest I've ever been, fastest I've ever been, and yeah, I feel great.
And how much confidence does it give you? Because you were playing so well a couple years ago before you got hurt in that Maryland game. I mean, that's got to give you, especially now as a fifth-year senior. I mean, you know you can play on this level.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I just know what it takes. That's something that's super valuable. Similar to Wyatt Davis and Josh Allaby, they both know what it takes to play, to be a starter, and to be at that level, and what it takes to win. So it's made things a lot easier.
Does it give you a different perspective that's helpful to you when you are a father and you are able to realize, like, hey, this is just a game and there's other things that are more important?
Absolutely. Sorry, repeat that one more time.
Like, how does it change your perspective when you are now a father and this is just football and you've got a family?
I guess it makes everything more important. I'd say, the coaches always preach, do the little things, but now it's, you really, really see that because every little thing matters because this is the future of your child. I mean, we play football for the love of the game and to get to the next level and have those opportunities. So it just makes it that more important.
Does that make you think, like, I want to get to the NFL because I want to support my family, I want to be able to, do good things for him?
Absolutely. I mean, priorities here, win a national championship, become the best player I can be, help this team as much as I can. But, yeah, it definitely gives you a bigger perspective.
I also wanted to ask you about, obviously, you're a guy we've talked about some of the challenges that you've battled through with your injuries.
Right.
A guy like Cam Babb, or a guy like Justin Hilliard who just suffered injuries, they've kind of had some bad luck with injuries too. What do you say to those guys? What's kind of your message to those guys to help them through their own challenges?
Right. Just keep your head up. It's a hell of a process, super challenging, probably some of the hardest things I've ever gone through. But you just have to keep your head up and remember that it gets better. Especially with Cam Babb. I mean, I've seen him, or I know he talks a lot with Johnny Dixon You see his story. I mean, he had an amazing year last year after almost wanting to quit football. So I say just look at guys like that. And hopefully I can set the stage to be just like that comeback story and, set that example for those guys.
Coach Day was talking you up